MTC Beatz.
I took the scoop from the El Camino Choo Choo SS. I took the Z01 insert and my factory hood, and my guy made it all that together to make that hood.
Oh wow!
And Carlos just gave that game away right here, y'all.
I just gave it.
Y'all thank him later now.
Y'all better start liking and subscribing. We getting game away.
So
hit that like button and share.
So man, I got to tell you, man, I've had so many people ask about that hood. The wing on that car, I've had so many people ask about. The wing on that car. The wing was again, it was inspired by the Impala, because the Impala has the notch. We call it the C7 notch, because some of the C7 Corvettes had that same notch in the wing. So I'm sitting in traffic one day at a light, and I had ordered a wing for my Impala, and I'm sitting in traffic one day, and I see this notch, and I don't even think it was a C7. It might have been like a Challenger or something, or a Charger, but I just saw the notch in the wing, and I was like, man, let me call him and see if he can do that real quick before he ships my wing. So I call up the guy in California. I said, hey man, I'm thinking about something. I sent him a picture. I said, what do you think about doing this on this Impala wing? He said, man, I like it, man. I'll try it and see if it works. So he ended up doing it. He worked it out, sent me pictures. I liked it, so he went ahead and finished it. But by the time I got mine, he had already made like 2 more for people in California. Like they got theirs before I got mine. So technically, I should have been the first, right? But because they're local, and mine was coming to me here in Texas, I got mine. I was like the third to have it in the country. But so when we made that on that car, I just said, let's do something similar on the Monte Carlo. So again, shout out to Olympus Paint and Body. I told my guy, I said, this is what I want. I want you to take my factory, and actually my car's an 87. So if you know about the 87s, the wing on the 87s is what I would call a lay down wing. It's more of
like that one.
Exactly. It's like that. It lays down a bit more. Now I think some people, you could order a different one from the factory if you wanted the one that's more upright, which is like on the 86s and the 84s.
Like those.
Exactly. So what I told my guy, I said, okay, in order for us to do this design, I think it's going to be more pronounced if you do the upright wing versus the lay down wing, because you can't really see the notch as well, right? Yeah. So I said let's do a upright SS wing. So we scrapped the 87 wing, put the 86 on it, and I said, but what I want to do is I want to notch it just like the wing on my Impala, but I also want a brake light in it. So what he did was he Frenched the brake light in so right there where the notch is, he Frenched the brake light that's the full length of the notch. So when you tap the brake, that it lights up. So it's like a 4th brake light basically is what it ends up being. Yeah, man. So I pride myself on trying to do things that other people haven't done. And also I get inspiration from other people. I grab things from this person, and I kind of come up with my own little flair. And what I noticed was here recently, one of the guys that I'm connected with on Instagram, he has a really nice Z01 LSA swap supercharged Cutlass, 85, 86. And he took my design, my hood design with the Z01 hood, and he took it a step further. What he did was he did a mashup between the Corvette, the ZR1 Corvette with the glass.
Oh,
yeah. So what he did was he did a mashup between the ZL1 Camaro with the louvers, and then above the louvers he did a glass opening so you can see the supercharger. Oh,
nice.
Man, I saw it the other day. I said, man, you killed it, bro. You killed it. He's like, man, if I'm 100% honest, man, I keep 100% real with you. You like 100% inspired me to do this hood. So I was like, man, hey, that's what it's all about, bro. Like, inspiring each other to do, do different things, man. So anyways, that's the story on that.
So Carlos, I got a question about your color choice.
Okay. So
we noticed that at one point in time, all your cars were black, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Why the color change?
Okay, so there's a couple different reasons why. So when I was in college, red was my favorite color. I didn't play as anything. Most people thought I was a Kappa back then, but I didn't play as anything. But I used to wear red every day. So red has been a part of my life for a very long time. But where it all really started, besides just my taste in clothing and what I like to wear, I had an uncle that passed away about I guess it's been about 7 years. Uncle Rita, Uncle Magellan, rest his soul. Uncle Magellan was a big car guy too, and really, man. the reason why I am the way I am is because of my uncles, man. I had not only like everybody has like that one cool uncle.
Yeah.
Like all my uncles were cool. Like they were all cool car guys, and so, but one in particular, Uncle Magellan had a 71. What we called it was the fastback Cutlass, the one that looks like a Chevelle, right? Yeah. So and it had a 455 big block in it, and it was red with black stripes. He had a black vinyl top on it, and man, I loved that car, man. I remember that car from when I was in high school, and so Uncle Magellan got sick. And he had to sell the car to pay for his medical bills and stuff, and I just always hated to see that car go away, right? And so when I got my Cutlass, and before I got the convertible, I had a hardtop Cutlass, and I had planned to paint it red and black. But when I got the convertible, man, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make this as a kind of a tribute, homage to my uncle. And so the nickname of the car is Uncle Lou, because that was his name. That was his name, Louis Magellan. So the nickname of the car is Uncle Lou. So when I painted that car red and black, and then from there I was like, okay, I like this red and black thing. It's kind of working out for me. And then what happened was, I saw an episode of Bitch and Rides.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So like 2015 or something, like they had an episode of Bitch and Rides. So NBA baller Darren Williams, he was playing for Utah at the time. He's a Texas native, matter of fact. He had a 94 Impala that they did on the show on Bitch and Rides, and they did a custom paint job. It's red with the black stripe and everything. And man, I fell in love with that car, man. Like it's the most beautiful B body I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's like a build of all time.
Yeah.
So I said, man, I hate to copy somebody's car, bro, but look, hey, this car is so freaking amazing, man. Like, it's like if I'm gonna copy a car, I want it to be that car. It's got to be the pinnacle.
Respected.
You know what I mean? The highly respected build. So I copied the car. I didn't copy it to the detail, every single detail. In fact, if you put our cars side by side, you'll notice the differences, the subtle differences that I changed from my car to his. But so that was number 2 car, red and black. And then from there, it was like, man, you know what? I like this little red and black thing, right? So I was like, you know what? Let's just make this a thing. So I went ahead and I did the Monte Carlo red and black. And it
was black, right?
It was black, exactly. So the C10 and the Monte Carlo were both black. Actually, the Cutlass, oddly enough, was green. What I call like booger green. Green interior, everything on the car was green except for the top. It was white. And so yeah, so I decided to do the cars in red and black, and like, you know, the rest is history, man. And I got to reveal, man. I'm holding on to it. It's hard to hold on to it, man. But let's just say there's gonna be more than one ZL1 themed car in the collection. Yeah. Let's just say it's gonna be more than one. Yeah. Just to say it's gonna be more than one. It's gonna be more than one ZL1 themed vehicle in the collection. So coming. I can't say soon, but coming. Next year? Maybe next year. I'm gonna reveal my plans. And here's the thing. I already know that when I put it out there, there's gonna be admirers and copiers, which is fine. You know, what do they say? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right?
Right.
So I'm holding on to it because I know once I put it out there, if I don't start on the project and get it out there in the streets, somebody else will probably beat me to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and take the credit, so to speak, right? So I'm gonna hold on to it a little bit longer. Frank knows what I'm talking about. He's seen it. I've shared it with a few select people, but yeah, it's gonna be a game changer. It's gonna be a game changer.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Is it something you already have, or is it something you're planning on getting?
It's something I already have. It's something I already have.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't plan on adding any cars to the collection.
Okay.
Not in the immediate future. Maybe a couple years from now. And you know, I got a couple projects that I got my eye on, kind of like my what I call my North Star. That's what I'm striving for later in life. But for right now, it'll just be these 4 cars.
Okay. I got one for Frank. Okay. Hey Frank, what size rim is on the back of that car? I know when people see it driving down the street, I look like I got to put my grandson in.
That's actually a 24 by 11.
Okay.
Actually 24 by 11 and a half. I wanted to go as wide as I could without having a mini tub.
Okay.
That was my next
So you didn't
choice.
do nothing?
I didn't have to mini tub.
You lying.
I did have to shorten the rear end.
Okay.
I did have to shorten the rear end.
Can you talk about that?
I can.
Okay.
So you know, when I talk to a couple of different shops, and it's like, oh man, there's no way around, not mini tub. And I'm like, no, I don't want to cut my car. Because if I ever want to go back, stop, I can just replace the drive shaft and I'm back, And so every shop that I talked to, man, they want to, yep. So I had a guy come by. He helped me measure and everything, and so I called 4Giato, and they said, hey, look, this is what we think you can get away with. Mm-hmm. And I want to get the biggest lip possible. And so they say, well, you can get an 8-inch lip and do a 3.5-inch rear barrel, mm-hmm. and that should get you where you want to be. And so that's what I did, man. I had had him change the barrel, and I already had the wheels, and luckily, man, the tires was really the headache, because I thought that I would be able to keep the same tire, 295, 25, 24.
You were running 25s?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
you were running 25s.
Hey, it's a 23 on there now.
What?
The tire that's on the back of there now is a 275, 23, 24.
The thing look good, right?
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that was a bit of a headache. Just going 24s and trying not to make it look so big mm-hmm. Was a challenge on the front.
Okay.
Because I'm actually running 23s on the back and 25s on the front.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Because with a 30 series tire on the front, it just makes it look even bigger.
Bigger, yeah, exactly.
Even bigger. So we went with a 25, and I was telling Carlos the other day, on the trailer the wheels look huge, but once you pull it off the trailer, it's like, they just fit just right,
mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I had some headaches but Steve over at American Wheel and Tire over off 290, mm-hmm. man, he busted his brains figuring out the right combination and stuff. So they try to take care of me over there.
That's nice. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
And how did you come up with the name 4Giato, Frank?
Yeah.
Well, I will have to give all the credit to Carlos.
Uh-oh. So what's that about, Carlos?
Man, it's just a fitting
it's just
name.
The obvious.
So like, I've been knowing Frank for a while now, and by the way, he and I I'm vice president. He's president of Chevy Boys of Houston. Shout out Chevy Boys of Houston.
Shout out, y'all.
Shout out.
Local Houston club, C10 club primarily. But anyways, so he and I have been, we've been cool for a while, and as long as I've known Frank, man, he's always laced up every car he's had with 4Giatos.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm at his house one day shooting his collection. And I don't know why, man. It's just like it just came out, man. I was like, man, you know what, man, you got to change your Instagram to 4Giato Frank. I said, because dude, that's what you known for, 4Giatos.
What gave you the to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that?
Hey, man, it was easy.
It was easy.
It was like Carlos said, it was catchy. I'm like, oh yeah, man, that sounds a lot better than just Frank. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it fit. Man, I bought so many sets of those wheels. I think I need some money back.
Exactly, right?
Sponsorship. I know. Let's talk about it.
Exactly.
Sponsor.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, man.
So the first set that I bought, the first set I bought was out on my Chevelle when I first got it. So I bought a set for my Chevelle. I bought a set of Maglias.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought that same set. I had a BMW 7 Series at the time. I bought the same set because I love that wheel so much. I put it on the Beamer as well.
Yeah.
And then the next set I bought a set in 2014. I bought two sets at the same time. I bought a set for a 2014 Rolls-Royce Wraith and a 2010 Lamborghini Gallardo.
Oh.
I mean, hey, you know.
Yeah. And
what a
then,
collection.
Let's not talk about the cars.
Right, exactly.
And then what else? Then I bought a Challenger. Did you ever see that?
I saw pictures of it. I never saw it in person.
Oh man, that Challenger was beautiful. Anyway, I put a set of Estremos on the Challenger, and then I re-upped on the Chevelle and put a set of Azionis on the Chevelle. And then I bought a C10.
And by the way, there's a funny story about that Challenger, about a local celebrity.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. Tell them about the rest of the car.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get back to that.
So about a set of Azionis for the truck for the C10, and then the Chevelle. The set that's on there now, I bought that set. So, man, I bought I can't even remember them all. I had Panamera, I put a set on it. I mean, it just
sound like about 12 to 10 sets just right there, y'all.
Yeah.
And that's the ones you remember.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's safe to say his name is 4Giato.
Oh yeah. The name definitely he earned it.
that.
He earned that name for sure.
man.
Okay,
Boy, that was breathtaking.
Yeah.
The Lamborghini.